Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ramjat Liya. I am pleased to welcome you all for this e-meeting. Thank you for joining us. And The beginning of this year has been marred by COVID-19, leading to depressed global demand, travel restrictions, and problems related to enterprise viability and trade. The comforting news is that, like Mauritius, many countries have promptly taken measures to protect jobs and provide support to industries in these difficult times. According to the World Economic Forum, this crisis is also an opportunity to develop alternative growth perspectives, to review our strengths, and engage with more determination on regional trade. The object of this e-meeting hosted by the Economic Development Board of Mauritius is to present and launch a B2B matchmaking platform. It aims at connecting buyers and sellers regionally and beyond, and addressing the mobility constraints imposed by the COVID pandemic. The interventions and presentations that are on the agenda of today are going to be aimed at sharing views on how businesses can overcome obstacles caused by COVID and presenting innovative and high value-added products manufactured in Mauritius. A small housekeeping announcement. Should you have any specific questions or queries, please feel free to send it to us by way of a message. Our colleagues are going to compile them and we are going to get back to you on the same. On this remark, I have the honor to invite Mr. Emraj Ramyal, Chairman of the Economic Development Board, for his opening address. Mr. Ramyal, please.
Thank you. Good afternoon to all of you. We are pleased to acknowledge the presence of His Excellency the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Thank you, Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, as Chairman of the Economic Development Board, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to the launching of our virtual trade promotion platform, which aims to display some of the high value-added products manufactured in Mauritius. In normal circumstances, we'll be having this discussion in person during one of the targeted trade shows organized by the Economic Development Board as part of its export promotion strategy. However, the new normal dictates otherwise. Hence, the idea of developing a digital alternative that provides a path for local manufacturing companies to connect with potential overseas buyers to overcome the travel restrictions associated with the COVID-19 pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Trade Organization in its October bulletin estimated a 9.2% decline in merchandise trade for 2020. Furthermore, there is now growing consensus that world GDP might be declining by 4.8% in 2020. However, there is also cause for optimism. Even though brick and mortar related trade activities have declined, digital trade is slowly becoming the norm rather than the exception. The COVID-19 crisis has accelerated the expansion of e-commerce towards new firms, customers and type of products, and now likely involves a long-term shift of e-commerce transactions from luxury goods and services to daily consumer goods. This also highlights how we can leverage the potential of digital transformation in trade and related areas so as to support business linkages in the new economic landscape. The Mauritius manufacturing industry is slowly evolving from traditional activities such as textile and apparel to higher value-added activities, primarily pharmaceutical products, medical devices, automotive components, nutraceuticals, optical fibers, just to name a few. I must say here that the profile of products on offer has considerably evolved throughout the years. You will have a clearer indication of the option that may be available to you during the presentation by Mr. Jita shortly. I will nonetheless stress on the fact that government has cast much emphasis on the diversification of the manufacturing base to graduate towards high value, and high-tech related activities that will enable both consolidation and growth of industry in Mauritius. I further wish to outline some of the measures that government has undertaken to improve trade during these testing times. The Trade Promotion and Marketing Scheme, which initially refunded 40% of air freight costs, has been increased to 60% as from 1st November 2020 up to 30th June 2021. In addition, this scheme now covers exports to a wider number of countries, thus enlarging the potential for local companies to access new markets. The Freight Rebate Scheme to Africa, which is operational since 2014 and initially covered only specific African countries, has now been extended to 20 African countries and 48 different ports. The aim of these initiatives is to promote trade with Mauritius and reduce the logistics financial impact on both buyers and sellers. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish now to take a moment to express my humble appreciation to all the trade and commerce institutions for more than 20 countries whose support was instrumental for the organization of today's event. I wholeheartedly thank you for your invaluable contribution in disseminating the information to your members and networks. In the same vein, I'm pleased to acknowledge the participation of 45 local enterprises displaying around 130 made in Mauritius products on this digital platform. It is my sincere hope that our foreign visitors will leverage on this platform to link with the registered Mauritian enterprises. The platform will be live as from today, and we aim to gradually increase the number of local participants with a view to provide a wider range of products to international buyers. Ladies and gentlemen, the Economic Development Board is looking forward to a positive outcome following today's launching of the virtual trade promotion platform. And we will pursue the efforts to ensure that the strategic partnerships are realized in the interest of the business community. On this note, I thank you all for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And thank you very much for the interesting thoughts about how there is a commendable shift in terms of digital trade and towards e-commerce and towards a broader range of products, which is going to help most countries to move from traditional to online-based trade. And in the same line, I'd like now to invite Mrs. Niamalajita.
A very good afternoon to all the participants. Well, it's indeed a pleasure to be digitally connected to all of you from different parts of the world with different time zones as well. Well, my presentation will focus on providing you a snapshot about trade investment opportunities in high value added manufacturing activities and details about the virtual trade promotion platform, which is being launched today. Well, basically, export promotion is central to the activities of the Economic Development Board. And with the outbreak of the pandemic, restrictions on travel, the internationalization efforts of firms to promote their products have been reduced. In this context, the EDB's export promotion online strategies focus on seeking new markets for locally manufactured products. Initiatives used have been mainly webinars and also online participation in trade activities. I must say that with the webinars and use of technology, one can be connected from any part of the world and can easily communicate. So I'll give you a brief background about Mauritius. Can you change to this slide? Yeah, okay, thank you. So basically Mauritius, a population of 1.3 million, high literacy rate, citizens are bilingual and we do speak English and French. A environment has been put into place where businesses can thrive, and also Mauritius is ranked first in Africa in terms of ease of doing business as well as the Global Competitiveness Index. So in terms of Mauritian economy, the economy is a more diversified economy and there's a wide range of sectors that contribute to the GDP. The manufacturing sector is one of our main economic sectors, and with a GDP of 12.5%. So we can see that with advancement in technology, changing consumer preferences, demographics, digitalizations, these are all shaping the future of the manufacturing sector. In 2019, as you can see in the graphs, Mauritius exported to 118 countries to the tune of 1.5 billion USD. Our main export markets are Europe, USA, and South Africa, as you can see. As main products that are being exported are apparels, with 540 million USD, followed by seafood and sugar. So basically, we have quite a wide range of products that are coming up also in terms of domestic exports that are being conducted. In terms of importation, we import mainly from China, India, and South Africa. And in terms of market access, we do have agreements with different continents. In terms of Mauritius has a market access with the US under the AGOA. We do have the IEPA with European Union, the UK, the IOC, SADC, and COMESA countries, as well as Turkey and Pakistan. So through these trade agreements, Mauritius has preferential market access to these markets, and also those agreements in the pipeline. Mauritius has also signed a free trade agreement with China, and both governments are in the process of ratifying the agreement, which is tentatively scheduled to be enforced beginning next year. And Mauritius has also completed its discussions with India on the comprehensive economic cooperation and partnership agreement. So in terms of the landscape of the manufacturing sector, where the country, primarily being a sugar producing country in the 1970s, has come a long way in terms of its industrialization path with the setting up of the EPZ, and textiles and apparels being the main exports. With the end of the multi-fiber agreement, the manufacturing sector has, though, remained the main contributor to GDP, these with a GDP of 12.5% in 2019. Today, the country has a diversified industrial base of products moving up the value chain. The focus now is being put on encouraging the manufacturing of high complexity products in terms of high-tech manufacturing, high value-added activities, and with high complexity products comes investment in capital goods, technology, and skilled labor. So in terms of high value added, you can see we have different sectors of activities like the jewelry, paint and chemicals, pharmaceuticals, and medical devices. So a few examples of the high value added. Here you can see that Mauritius is manufacturing 5% of the global demand for catheters. We have noted an increase of 38% in the export of medical devices from the years 2017 to 19, and there's quite a list of medical devices being manufactured in Mauritius. So the pharmaceutical industry, this is something, an industry that is now at very nascent, which is picking up, and the government is putting very much of efforts in attracting investment in this sector. The jewelry sector, we do have our local manufacturers who are manufacturing for international clients like the Tiffany Group, Rio Grande, and Shuruk. So these are quite an example, and we do export to different parts of the world, like in Vietnam, Switzerland, and the European. So in terms of the investment opportunities that the new landscape of Mauritius provides, we do have for the high-tech manufacturing, we are focusing a lot of automotive component manufacturing on the OEMs, on the electronics parts, in terms of the high precision components, and also in terms of metal fabrication, jewelry, and watchmaking. So these are quite different set of subsectors where there's not much investment, but these are the areas which we believe fall under the high-tech and value-added areas where there could be more investment and more technology given. So the government has come and put into place different incentives for manufacturing companies. So there's quite a host of incentives that are being provided for high-tech manufacturing in terms of tax holidays, in terms of the margin of preference, as well as for exporting from Mauritius in terms of no export duties, in terms of, as our chairman already stated, about the trade promotion and marketing scheme, that where you get a refund of 60% on the air freight cost, and also the freight rebate scheme. So definitely in terms of incentives, there are quite a host of incentives that are being provided by the Mauritian government. And in terms of connectivity also, we are very well connected in terms of the telecommunication, in terms of the air connectivity, as well as the sea connectivity, being connected to different direct ports in the region. And in terms of the different skills is key to the development of any country and also to the development of the manufacturing sector. So there's quite a host of training schemes and educations that the government do provide to the companies which they can avail of. And basically, we have nearly 3,000 engineering graduates that graduate every year, and also some 300 from vocational institutions. So in terms of cost of doing business, we do have an indicative rates for cost of doing business for any investor or potential operator who is interested to set up in Mauritius. You do have here indicative rates, and in terms of the manufacturing sector, we do have industrial tariffs that are provided to manufacturing companies who are setting up. And also in terms of the different labor costs, you can see on the table quite an indicative rate of the labor cost also that is provided. In terms of work and leave in Mauritius, so we do have the government came up with new measures for the occupation permits. So in terms, there's quite different measures that have been put into place to enable more people to see. I think there's a message where the screen is not appearing. So we'll address that. We do have the work and leave options that are given to foreigners who wants to set up in Mauritius. 3 years occupation permit has been extended to 10 years for the investor and self-employed category. We do have the permanent residence also that has been extended from 10 years to 20 years. And also residence permits under the different schemes are provided. So in terms of different criteria for Mauritius, if you're an investor, you're a professional, you're a self-employed or a retired non-citizen, we do have different criteria applicable to each category of people who want to set up in Mauritius. So in terms of our virtual trade promotion platform, well, the EDB's this platform is set up primarily to aim at connecting local manufacturers with potential buyers to promote regional trade and also to enable local investors, local manufacturers to seek new markets, interact with new buyers. So the platform displays different products of different subcategories. There are nearly companies on the platform. So in terms of the different subsectors, as you can see, you have metal, furniture, jewelry, plastics, cosmetics, and beauty care. Well, this is an initial attempt to connect buyers and manufacturers, and we are also expecting, as our chairman said, more local companies to register on the platform and avail of the services of the Economic Development Board. Well, some of the features of this platform will also be enhanced as we go along with the development of the different aspects of inquiries and also different products that will be put into place through the platform. So accessing this platform is very easy, and with a single click, you can access the list of local manufacturers in the sector of interest and connect to them via email. So in terms of the development of the platform, we have worked very closely with different industry associations, chambers of commerce, consulates, and our EDB offices abroad to disseminate information about the platform. And would like to extend our deepest appreciation and thanks to them for their support. Well, as you can see, we have been working with the Mauritian Chamber of Commerce, the Association of Mauritian Manufacturers, the Federation Chambers of Commerce of Madagascar, the EDB of Madagascar, our equivalent agency, the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce, just to name a few, the Jewelry Council of South Africa, and the Johannesburg Chamber of Commerce Industry, as well as the Moscow Chamber of Commerce Industry. So it's quite wide, and the list of nearly 20 countries, we have representatives from different 20 countries who are present and have registered on this platform. So we look forward to engaging with the industry associations, and we are also considering to organize country-focused B2B meeting based on the interest that we may receive. So with this, I thank you all for your attention, and we'll be happy to respond to any of the queries that you will be having for us. So thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Nia. Very detailed perspective of the new manufacturing industries and how potential buyers can now connect to operators through the virtual trade promotion platform. Indeed, as mentioned by Niamara, in the development of this virtual trade promotion platform, we had lots of support and collaboration and ideas and views that we obtained from business associations, from chambers of commerce, from enterprises, and many of these and participants today in our session. So I would like now to invite Mr. Alok Azad who is from the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce Industry. Established in 1927, the FICCI is the largest and oldest apex business association in India.
Yeah, thank you. Namaste and good evening from India. I take this
Hello,
opportunity.
hello, Mr. Azad. How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Thank you for joining us from India, and thank you for taking your time for this meeting. Tell us more about India and how India is addressing COVID-related constraints, right? Because we know in Mauritius, for instance, there are many enterprises that are quite having difficulty in getting some contacts and buyers. So please, over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. As you're aware, in India, the lockdown started since mid-March this year, and till June or July, it was complete lockdown. Meanwhile, essential services had started, but after July, when things getting opening up, there were certain restrictions which came into force. With all the social distancing norm, etc. And the work has almost come to normal. I am saying almost because still some offices have not opened up. As for example, me myself, I'm still working from home virtually. Although it's a bit difficult, but yes, since it's a new normal, so we have to work with that only. Government had taken a lot of initiatives for industry during this point of time, and then things are getting on streamlined. Yeah, and this initiative, your virtual trade promotion and platform initiative is a very good initiative. In fact, in FICCI also we have made one virtual platform which is called as FICCI Bike. And we have done a couple of exhibitions, webinars, conferences, B2Bs, in which B2Bs, in fact, if you go inside this particular platform, you'll not feel that as if you are inside the actual exhibition. There are exhibitors. In fact, the number of exhibitions, I think we have organized around 5 to 7 exhibitions in this particular platform. And while you were discussing about, Madam Nirmala was discussing about virtual trade promotion initiative, I was just comparing this with my FICCI Bike initiative. And I really find that these initiatives, because see, our lifestyle has adopted the virtual reality, and with these remote conferences and meetings are becoming the new normal. These remote trade shows through these virtual trade shows, online B2B meetings from members from different time zones is the reality now. And in fact, these virtual the trade shows which I'll be talking about. Sorry. We feel these types of virtual platforms will open the gate for shift towards all virtual sales experience. And as mentioned, FICCI has organized a couple of shows and conferences. The feedback from the exhibitors has been pretty good. Companies have been advocating virtual trade shows for being cost effective and have been got substantial return on investments, which matters a lot at this point of time. In fact, they have these type of virtual platforms a couple of advantages. Being virtual is being global. I mean, you get a global perspective, global exposure. Then information sharing is there. A lot of information sharing, webinar. I mean, if you organize webinar during these in these platforms during the virtual exhibitions, it generates a lot of leads, connects with prospects, and you can collect a lot of feedbacks. For attendees, webinars are cost-effective and convenient variant of physical conferences. Now, It has shorter sales cycle. Virtual trade shows comes with a distinct feature of condensing and accelerating companies' sales cycle. And for B2B marketers, lead generation is the utmost concern. While marketers have a tons of lead generation devices available to them, like cold calls, social media opportunities, virtual exhibitors stands at a class apart. With minimal physical input and ease of information, companies are acknowledging these VR's immense potentiality for prospects engagement and seamless conversions. With virtual trade shows, B2B professionals are getting extraordinary platforms rich with features like webinars, branded and interactive booths, live chats, downloadable contents, and network lounges. Now, as I already mentioned, that FICCI has done regular trade shows. In fact, we are organizing one annual expo, which would be organized, and this would be a virtual thing. This would be a 1 year long process, which would be starting, which I think launching on the 11th of December and would next December 2021. And we expect to have more than 5,000 to 10,000, around 5,000 to 10,000 companies throughout 1 year. And we would like target, around more than 1 crore footfalls would be there. With these words, I think I've taken a lot of time, but with these words, I'll again congratulate ADB for success of this ADB virtual trade promotion platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Alok, for joining us and sharing with us the very interesting perspective of how, in a very dynamic context, India is taking virtual trade promotion seriously in order to get enterprises to overcome the obstacles related to COVID. I would like now to come back to Mauritius and to introduce you to Mr. Bruno Dubarry. Bruno is the CEO of the Association of Mauritian Manufacturers. The AMM deals with policies and strategies for industrial development, and the members of the AMM are in various sectors that span from food, agriculture, beverage, chemicals, metal products, paper, and so on. The AMM has been serving the local industry since 1975. Good afternoon and welcome, Bruno.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you for offering the AMM this opportunity to share a little bit of its point of view. I'm rather going to talk about the region itself and how we are trying to support value chain within the region, and let us hope a common offer of manufactured products outside of the region. So thank you again to EDB for hosting this EDB launching platform of trade, and hi to all. So I'll be very, very short in my intervention and just try to focus on what we've done lately. October 2019, the AMM has signed a regional partnership with the ADIR and the SIM, which are in fact counterparts on manufacturing in Reunion Island and Madagascar, and the French Agency for Development, AFD as we call it. The aim and the content is to give to manufacturers of the Indian Ocean area a platform to discuss, engage in collective projects in order to take advantage of the energy, ecological and digital transitions. We are trying to build a common vehicle for smart and sustainable manufacturing. One of our area of interest is regionalization or so-called globalization of the manufacturing sector. And to achieve this objective, we in fact build awareness, we train, and we plan export missions for our members and with the support of partners. In our action plan 2021-2023, which is being validated next week with counterparts and partners, a series of workshops and toolboxes will be developed with international expertise as from January 2021, and exploration plus B2B missions are to be scheduled on the second semester of 2021, both on Eastern and Western Africa. So it's also good for us to inform you that the audience, to inform the audience that Mauritian producers are sharing investments, and we do hope soon their product offer in a selection of markets, such as Tanzania, with a common warehouse for the time being and benefiting from the support of the government and EDB. So on behalf of the AMM and our local label, Made in Maurice, as we call it, which is promoting local manufactured products, we commend this initiative from EDB, and we will support further developments in line with our mission, which is to help out local producers in succeeding within our territory and abroad. Thank you.
And also showing us how you have intuitively started regional trade and regional initiatives well before COVID. So congratulations for that. And now moving on, I would like now to invite some of the enterprises that have registered already on the virtual trade platform. We have with us Mr. Yannick and from Archemix. Yannick, over to you.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Yannick from Archemix. Thank you. I would like first to thank you, EDB, for giving me the opportunity to present ourselves, and thank you for the great initiative of this virtual promotion platform. So I won't be long as well, just a few words to tell you that Archemix is a former Henkel Mauritius enterprise. We manufacture, since more than 35 years now, we manufacture home care products such as laundry detergents, dishwashing liquid, multi-purpose cleaners, and all types of products, as well as industrial products for the food and beverage industries, cleaning services, water treatment, etc. And we also manufacture and trade personal care products such as body lotion, shampoo, conditioner, etc. So today, Archemix employs more than 200 employees. We export a bit of our products regionally, mainly Madagascar, Seychelles, and Reunion Island, and we are open to new opportunities, mainly in Western Southeast Africa. So we look forward to any opportunities, and we invite any potential buyers, prospects to get in touch with us if they are looking for some good quality products from Mauritius. Thank you, Ram, for this opportunity, and look forward to meet and discuss in more details with any potential buyers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Yannick, and I look forward to your interaction with all the potential buyers who are going to be logging into the virtual trade platform. The chairman is now going to proceed.
Already
okay, he's already there. Yeah. So this is the first view of the Economic Development Board's virtual trade promotion platform. So we are going to be sending to all of you the link to the platform, and we invite you to engage and interact with all the enterprises that are listed on the site. With these few words, I would like now to invite Mr. Chairman for a closing note.
I'd like to thank all participants for today's session. I think this initiative of EDB will work if everyone understand and connect, and at least look forward to, because we are not able to travel, but at least we can connect, and we are looking to promote the trade and investment, and that's a good opportunity. Let us move forward together. And you have queries, I think questions, and many clarifications. Please do so. Send it to our team in the EDB, and we'll be here to support you. As we say, we're going to accompany you To this time that we track this strategic partnership between our local manufacturers and also the regional buyers. So thank to all of you, and we look forward to a successful virtual trade platform. Thank you.